Hello and welcome into the Hammermill Center on the campus of Gannon University for a very pivotal matchup in the PSAC West as well as the Atlantic region, where the California Vulcan women take on the Lady Knights of Gannon University. Hello everybody, I'm Zach Prosborough, and joining me is Anthony D'Agostino for a special simulcasted version of Vulcan women's basketball on WCIL and CUTV tonight. And Anthony, before we get into this matchup tonight that will really mean a whole lot going forward for the rest of the regular season and into the playoff times, let's talk about the last game. We'll start with California avenging an earlier loss to a team they probably should not have lost to, Seton Hill.
Oh, they really did. They came out with a huge vengeance, 76-46. Victors over Seton Hill at Seton Hill. And Shatara Parsons and Sierra Barrett both led that team with double-doubles. Huge game for them as well.
And Gannon actually coincidentally took on Seton Hill in their last game as well. They had a bye on Saturday, and last Wednesday they avenged a loss to Seton Hill where they outscored the Griffins 19-4 in the fourth quarter.
And they defeated Seton Hill 62-44. Leaders for that team, Jenny Tees and McKenna Shives. Huge play for them here as the lights have went out in Gannon, Zach.
Yeah, this is your first time ever seeing this, buddy. And I'm going to tell you, it's a spectacle watching the Lady Knights starting lineup be announced. The last time these two teams played, though, was the first time that California had beaten Gannon in the regular season in quite a few years. The second straight time that they beat them, though, and it was all due to Emily Suckling. You weren't there, I was, and we saw the birth of an Aussie sharpshooter that night, and you were listening to it actually here on WCAO, and that game, California was down 8, but came back to win by 6.
And it was a huge game. Emily Suckling hitting those three-point shots in that game, huge for the California Vulcans, really turned the game around, and in my opinion, that game turned the season around for them as well.
Yeah, California had a bump against Edinburgh after that, but they have now won 7 straight games. We're getting the starters, and we'll go ahead and start with California. It's the same 5. There was a little bit of a clarification issue before the game. We thought Sammy Weiss may be starting, but it is Precious Martin. Joined by her is Paige Wright, Shatara Parsons, Sierra Bear, and Mickey Glenn. And for Gannon, it's their 5 really veteran, experienced players. Everybody else on their bench is really young, freshman or sophomore. They'll go with Shives, Birchtold, Neighbors, Tees, and Brennan. Anthony, this matchup I mentioned factors into the regional rankings as well. We'll dive into it a little bit more, but to get you clarified on where each team is at, California starts in 4th in the first regional poll. Gannon sits in 9th. If the playoffs started right now in the NCAA, they'd be out.
Gannon would be out. Everyone is fighting for a spot in the Atlantic Regional Tournament and also fighting for a spot, some other teams today fighting for a spot in the PSAC tournament as well. So we'll keep you up to date on the scores around the PSAC as the game moves on.
And we're about to get opening tip underway here. Anthony, any final thoughts before this game? I think we've kind of overstated but also understated how important this matchup is.
Well, not only matters for the Atlantic region, but as we said before, the buys and whatnot, home court advantage for the PSAC tournament as well. And this game is going to come down to defense and scoring. And as California knows all too well, when they get those points off of turnovers, they end up winning the basketball game.
And California has not won at Gannon in their last 7 tries. If California wins tonight, they clinch a first-round bye in the PSAC playoffs. Tip is up, and it's won by Sierra Barrett and goes in the hands of Precious Martin, and we're underway. Glenn with it. Over to Paige Wright on the far wing. Good screen from Parsons, now going to take a 3. It's good. Paige Wright's on the board.
And what a shot by Paige Wright, really starting early, showing California's dominance there with their shooting ability.
And that was a great screen by Parsons to set that play up. Now Brennan going to drive to the hoop. Her layup is good.
And that was a nice, good jump shot there by Brennan. And Shatara Parsons was wide open down the court.
And again, and they have to watch out for that. California, they're a lot more athletic than they were last time that this team was in this arena. Coach Brunelli for Gannon has even said it himself. Now Barrett, a little bit of a wild pass from Martin, loses the ball. Now Birchall going to run up the court, and it's blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Precious Martin here. And that's Birchtold who will go to the line.
And Precious Martin running down the court and trying to, get that ball blocked, but instead accidentally clocked Brechtold on the side of the head. That's what the official was saying. So she'll get a chance to shoot 2 shots. As of right now, she's 60% from the free throw line this season.
Birchtold's first is no good. She has a chance to tie it if she can make this second one. 9:12 left in the first quarter. It's 3-2 California after that Paige Wright 3 and a layup by Brianna Brennan for Gannon. Second one is good, and we're all tied up.
And Gannon going with a little bit of a press here to start the game.
That's good and all, but I think California has the best player in the conference at breaking the press in Mickey Glenn, so you're going to have to pick your battles with that. Right on the far wing. Into the corner for Glenn. Down low, Barrett at the hoop. Turns, layup. No good. Offensive board. Martin puts it in.
And that's what California's been so good at so far this second half of the season, is getting those offensive rebounds, whether that's Shatera Parsons or Precious Martin, and getting those put-back points, second chance points.
Birchtold, guarded by Martin. Goes in, now into the corner. 3-ball, no. Steps in, that's Neighbors. Her shot just rims out. Offensive board, Birchtold, who puts in the layup.
And Birchtold just followed that ball all the way through to make sure that she got that rebound and got the 2 points to fall through.
Cal across the half-court line, now back to Glenn to reset the offense. 8:20 to go in the first quarter. Right with it, now over to Martin. Now Glenn was open for 3, down low, Parsons. Parsons back out right. Now to Martin, thought about jumper. Now Barrett, she'll take a 2. It's no good, and Martin with the offensive board, and they're going to call a foul here against Gannon. We'll see what this goes on. It's going on Neighbors, her first.
Yeah, and Morgan Neighbors on that last one there was trying to get the rebound with Sierra Barrett and ended up grabbing her arm.
Barrett gets the inbound, then gives it to Glenn. Almost lost control of the ball, but is able to maintain it. Now Martin on the far wing. Top the key to Barrett. Barrett going to step in. Now it's a right. Right steps in. Now she's going to drive back out. Barrett thought about it. Rise the baseline. Layup. Good for Sierra Barrett.
That was a nice little backhand layup there. Put it off the back of the backboard into the net for 2 points. Looked really nice shot.
Yeah, just nice moves riding the baseline. Now Shives with it for Gannon. One of their best three-point shooters and one of the best in the conference. Neighbors, who they have as the best in the conference overall. Shives in the corner, takes a 3. No good. Rebounded by Wright. Glenn will bring it up for the Vulcans now. 2-point lead, 7:20 to go. Wright going to take a running 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Teese.
She would have just put a little more on that shot. It would have went right through. That would have been a nice, really good shot there.
Just not enough mustard, as I guess they would say. Now Birchtold with it. 20 to shoot for Gannon. Now she's caught in a double team, gives it over to Neighbors. Now she's in a double team. They're going to try and call for a travel. The California bench wants one. Now Shives takes a 3. No good. Rebounded by Martin.
And great job by Mickey Glenn closing out on Shives and getting up in the air to try to block that shot.
Glenn with it now. Going to take a 3. No good. And rebounded by Teese going against Sierra Barrett. Teese throws an elbow. No foul called. Now Shives going to run in. Stops her progress. Throws it over into the corner for Birchtold. 6:35 left, 7-5 in favor of California. Neighbors over to Teese. Top of the key guarded by Barrett. Now out Shives. 8 to shoot. Shives has to find something. Now she's double teamed, looking for something. Now Brennan with it. Oh, that should have been a travel. 2 to shoot. And
blocking foul.
No, offensive foul. They just went to the other ref, and he calls an offensive foul on Brennan.
That's a good call.
And tell you what, though, Anthony, when she was up in the air, that could have been an easy travel.
Could have been. She knew she had to get to the basket, which is why I'm glad it was a charging call, because Mickey Glenn was set right there underneath the basket. She had 1 second to shoot. She had nothing but to do other than to charge into Mickey Glenn to try to get the points.
6:16 to go in the first quarter. Still 7-5 in favor of Cal. Right up to Glenn. Caught at half court. Now loses the ball. Pass over to Martin. Now into the corner. Parsons loses it but is able to maintain it. And Mickey Glenn very lucky to get it there. Now a 3-second violation called on Precious Martin in the paint.
That's a shame, because Mickey Glenn literally had 4 out of the 5 Gannon players surrounding her in a circle, and yet she was able to keep her dribble and pass it over to Shatera Parsons. A beautiful play.
Well, Martin, that pass to Parsons feels a little better. I think Parsons was wide open for a shot. Now Birchtold trying to find outlet. Goes over to Shives. Shives trying to drive in. Now has to kick it back out for Birchtold. Birchtold riding the baseline. Now over Brennan. She's going to drive in. Her hook shot does not fall. And it's rebounded by Birchtold. Back out Shives. She does not take the open 3 though. 5:35 to go. Shives. Now passes right to Precious Martin, and it deflects off her and goes to Sierra Barrett.
And that's just sort of Shives saw Precious Martin standing right there.
Glenn calling out the plays. Over to Wright. Now to Barrett. Barrett going to drive to the hoop. And offensive foul called on Sierra Barrett. I think that was an easy one.
Yeah, it was an easy one there. Number 5, Berchtold was standing right there, and Sierra Barrett kind of looked like she lost her balance and fell into her as she tried to kick that pass out.
And that was Tees on the charge. And Jenny Tees and Sierra Barrett, you're not going to find a better front court matchup, I think, in the entire PSAC all this season. Now Neighbors. And falls to the court, maintains her dribble though, so no traveling. Now down low pass goes to Jenny Tees. Turns around, shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Parsons. I don't think that's a foul right there.
I don't think so either, as it was definitely all balls. We've reached our media time out here with 4:56 remaining. Cal up 7-5. We're going to keep it here. I don't know, Zach. That looked like it hit all ball.
I think so too. From our vantage point,
you can see the shot was deflected, unless they're calling her for a different foul.
It was on Shatera Parsons, but that shot was deflected. It was an easy deflection, and the only thing I could think of is after deflection, her hand may have come down and hit her in the top of the head. But at that point, let him play because the ball's kind of live at that point. We are at our first media timeout, like you said, 4:56 to go in the first quarter, 7-5 in favor of California. Both these teams trying to find something on offense. I mean, they're both defensively run anyway, so we're not going to see a whole lot of offense here tonight. But Anthony, so far, 3 turnovers for Cal, 2 for Gannon. They got to work on those turnovers, does California, if they're going to stay at least with a lead or tightly contested in this one.
Well, and some of those turnovers come off of fouls as well. So that charging foul is right there is a turnover, and sometimes you really can't help that at all. But so far this game, California shooting 3 of 7 and Gannon 2 of 6. Pretty close contest as you see the score 7-5.
California 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Gannon 0 for 2, and I'm surprised we've seen California take a lot of threes right now. I think they want to. They're a team that likes to drive a little bit more. And we'll get some early score updates from around the PSAC as well.
And in the first quarter with 4:42 remaining, Mercyhurst over Seton Hill 6-4. And with 5:42 remaining in the first quarter, IUP up 7-6 over the University of Pittsburgh Johnstown Lady Cats.
Jenny Tees at the line right now, 76.9%. She's one of those rare post players that can actually shoot the free throw as well, and she makes the first with an opportunity to tie it.
And Jenny Tees, 76.9% so far this season from the line.
Tees getting ready for her second. It is up, and it is good. We're all tied up at 7 with 4:56 to go.
And back and forth action. You would expect no less than these two teams as they fight to the end.
Glenn controls it just beyond the half-court line. 20 to shoot for the Vulcans. Down low pass Barrett. It's tipped away. Berchtold ends up with it. Now a long pass up to Shives. Shives down low to Tees. Her layup no good. Offensive board to Tees though. Now Berchtold with it. Trying to go around the defense. Into the corner. That's Brennan. Now Brennan being worked on by Sierra Barrett. Top of the key. Now throws it over Berchtold. Wild pass, but she's able to tip it to herself. 15 to shoot for the Lady Knights. Now Neighbors with it, guarded by Martin. Down low pass for Tees. There at the basket, it's blocked by Mickey Glenn, and the rebound goes off of Shatera Parsons. It'll be Gannon ball with 8 to shoot.
And I'm not so sure Mickey Glenn actually blocked it, as she kind of got in the way of the shot there. It looked
Might
like
have
it
been one of
missed
those
her.
tip it to yourself kind of passes off the backboard. Inbounds, lost. Ball ends up with Berchtold. 5 to shoot. Shives with it. 3 to shoot. 3 ball up. It's good.
Wow, that's a huge shot there by Shives. And she can shoot the 3-point shot 35.7% this season. And she made it count there with 1 second basically left to go on the shot clock.
10-7. Gannon with their first lead of the contest. 3:45 left in the first quarter. Now Martin to Glenn. Right with it now, top of the key. Martin with it. She's going to take a 3. No good. Off the side of the rim. It goes to Brennan for the rebound.
Again, another shot. Just put a little more on it. Would have went through.
Now Neighbors with it. Going to ride the paint. Turns around right there. Parsons blocks it. Wright comes down with the board. Now California on the run. Gannon can't use the full court press. Now Martin with it. Spins around. Layup. No good. Barrett with the offensive board. Throws it back out. Parsons throws the shot up. No good. Tees with the rebound. Wild shot there.
Yeah, and also Berchtold was right in front of her. She had to get a weird shot off. 3:05 left. 10-7. Gannon with the lead.
Berchtold working on by Sierra Barrett. Now Neighbors takes a contested three. That one's off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Tease. Her shot up, and it's good.
And if you're California, you got to get those defensive rebounds and make sure that Gannon doesn't have those second chance points.
Now Barrett with it. Glenn bringing it across court. Back to Barrett. Back to Glenn to reset the offense. California having troubles with that full court press right now. Barrett free throw line jumper is no good. Good box out there by Tease against Martin. Actually kind of gave her a little bit of a shove. No foul called. Now Berchtold looking for an outlet. Getting it back out. Glenn guarding her. 2:25 left. 12-7 Gannon. Now Shives with it. Riding inside. Now Berchtold. 10 to shoot. Now Berchtold down low pass. That's Neighbors. Loses the ball. No foul called. Now wild shot. Put up. No good. Tease to the offensive board. Her layup is good.
And T is really fighting for that offensive rebound. California just not strong on the rebounds there.
Parsons with it. Back out to Glenn. 14-7 in favor of Gannon. 1:55 to go. Gannon on a 9-0 run over the last couple of minutes. Now Barrett. Her jumper. Does not get the friendly roll, rebounded by Brennan.
And California just really not getting those friendly rolls, just bouncing around the rim, just not falling in.
It possibly could have been a foul there called on Parsons. Looks like she might have shoved Brennan on that rebound. Nothing called though. 1:30 left. Now pass deflected by Precious Martin. She's going against Amanda Berchtold. Now Martin. Back over Parsons. Easy layup is in.
And good work, Precious Martin going up against Berchtold there. To go through and get that pass to Parsons.
And that's what California does on defense, give you problems, is put their post players on the guards of the opposing team. Now Berchtold driving in. Long pass back out. Shives. She steps in. Down low. Mickey Glenn takes it away. Now ball's on the ground. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession favors Gannon with 1 minute exactly left.
And subbing in for California is going to be number 13, Morgan Jennings, for Precious Martin. This Gannon team is really fighting for that ball. I haven't seen this Gannon team yet this season, but they're looking really good on defense so far today.
And they always are good on defense, whether it be Jim Brunelli or Cleve Wright. No matter who the coach is over the last 3 years or 4 years I've seen them, always good on defense. Shives gets the inbound with 10 to shoot now. Now Gatewood into the game for Brennan. She's going to try and drive in. Parsons works on her. Shot up. No good, but a foul is called. We'll see what this goes on. It's going on Jennings, her first.
Yeah, and Morgan Jennings there, when she was going up for the shot, that was number 35 Gatewood, yeah. She's going up for the shot, and Morgan Jennings went up in the air with her and kind of knocked her off for her balance there.
Gatewood getting ready for the shot. It's up, and it's good. LaShawna Gatewood, a senior transfer from Appalachian State University, which, of course, has California ties, seeing as Darcy Vincent, former coach of the Vulcan women, went to coach on at Appalachian State. Berchtold checks out for Alyssa Ellebrock. Second for Gatewood. No good. Rebounded by Barrett. 15-9. Gannon with the lead. 48 seconds to go. Glenn gets a screen from Parsons. Now an open three for Glenn. No good. Rebounded by Tease.
California so far getting out-rebounded 13-7 now.
I don't remember a time Gannon has ever been out-rebounded by California in a game that I've seen. Pass into the corner, Gatewood. Now she'll drive in, down low, Tease with it, and her shot good.
And what a move by Tease to go around Sierra Barrett. Quick move to the right and go up for 2 points. What a move.
Tease is the difference right now. 8 points for her, 8-point lead. 8 seconds left, Glenn with it.
Crowd getting into it here at Gannon University.
Glenn steps in, rises to the hoop, flare up is good. 17-11, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Mickey Glenn finally on the board. Anthony, that first quarter, it seemed to me Gannon was fighting for the loose balls more, and that's what led to the 6-point first quarter lead.
I'm going to disagree. I think both teams were fighting for the ball equally. California just wasn't as strong as Gannon in terms of getting to the ball and fighting for it. And Gannon coming with a 17-11 lead. It really stems from them getting those 7 defensive rebounds, and California only getting 3 offensive rebounds, something that you're used to seeing from the Vulcans, getting those offensive rebounds and getting the points. They just haven't been able to do it today. as well as shooting 5 for 15 from the field is California, just not getting those shots to fall through.
And I've said it a couple times. I've been with CUTV for 4 years now. I've seen the Gannon Lady Knights probably more than any other team in the PSAC. It seems every time that California plays them, when they come to this arena, shots don't fall, they can't get rebounds, and fouls don't go their way sometimes. We'll see if that changes. It's California. They did beat them in the first matchup, and it's only a 6-point deficit at the end of the second quarter. It's not like it's impossible to come back from. I think it was good, Glenn hitting that shot at the end of the quarter, maybe give them some momentum going in, and they will hold the ball to start the second quarter as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say that since Gannon had that jump ball earlier in the quarter, California does have possession to start off the quarter. See if they can start off with 2, maybe 3 points to start this quarter as well. As we look at some of the scores around the PSAC, starting the second quarter off strong. Mercier is 24, Seton Hill 10, and same with IUP. 47 seconds left in the first, 22-10 leading over UPJ.
We're about to get back to play here. Wright will inbound into Glenn, and Gannon not using their full court press. Birchtold and Brennan back in. Gatewood and Ellerbrook out. Now Glenn, corner 3. No good. Offensive board, Parsons back out for Glenn. And those are the offensive boards that you need, that you were talking about, Anthony. Jennings to Wright. Now to Glenn. And down low, Parsons at the hoop. Layup is good. Shatara Parsons with 4 now.
And Shatara Parsons off balance shot there. And Gannon doing a good job of making sure that the paint is all sealed up, but Shatara Parsons be able to do her magic and get around it.
Shives top of the key. 9:20 before halftime. Now Glenn falls down. Offensive foul called on Brianna Brennan. I didn't see anything there. I guess they're calling for a shove on Mickey Glenn.
It looks like the referees today are not giving the offense any credit here today, and that may be a difference in the game. You know, you see a lot of blocking fouls on defense. Today it's going more the defensive way.
Well, I think they kind of studied into both of these teams. They like to play defense, and you're probably hearing the boost from the Gannon faithful over your radio dial right now. Glenn to Parsons. Parsons going to drive in. Layup. No good, but she's fouled on the shot by LaShawna Gatewood. That would be Gatewood's first, team second of the quarter, not even a minute in. Parsons going to go to the line where she's 46% this year.
Yeah, and Parsons, free throws in this game especially mean a lot. You got to make them in order to get the lead or take the lead back.
Her first, no good. Still a chance to make it a 3-point contest if she's able to hit the second. 9:03 to go before halftime. So we probably won't see Brianna Brennan the rest of this half. The second one, no good. Tees with the rebound.
Very uncharacteristic.
Birchtold going to go to the basket herself. Her layup, no good. Right with the rebound. Hounded on by Birchtold, no foul called. Now Glenn with it. Long pass up to Parsons. Down low, Barrett. Turns around at the hoop. Basket good.
Man, great shot there by Sierra Bray, even though she was hounded there by LaShawna Gatewood.
And Gannon fans wanted to travel. I didn't think there was anything there. She kept her dribble and kept her pivot
I think
down.
They wanted a foul called against Sierra Barrett for a charge.
Now Neighbors being double teamed. Passes over to Gatewood. Loses the ball. Now Glenn tips it away. Neighbors ends up back with it though. 10 to shoot. Neighbors going in. Her layup is good.
And gets the friendly roll there. It looked like Neighbors was going to overshoot that shot, but ends up just falling in as Mickey Glenn goes charging down.
Glenn to the hoop, it's good, and that's the Mickey Glenn we're used to seeing. She's got 4. It's a 2-point game again with 8:05 left.
And that's what you need from your star player, really, to strike this team up and start the fire underneath California to try to get these points to fall through.
In the corner, Shives quickly covered by Wright to block away any 3-point opportunity. And if you're California, you need to start forcing a few turnovers in bunches. Now Neighbors down low pass Tees right at the basket. Her layup is good.
I almost thought Tees was going to dunk that one. She was just winning all alone. Two-handed shot right up. And perfect pass as well.
Jennings thought about a corner 3. Now back out to Glenn. Glenn to Barrett. Down low, Parsons. And she will be fouled. And this one's going on LaShawna Gatewood. It looks like that will be her second. And it indeed will be team third of this quarter. And LaShawna Gatewood with 2 fouls now. We'll probably see her go out.
And California really trying to exploit this Gannon defense where they're trying to seal up the baseline. And California's trying to get the ball in there to see if they can foul because Gannon looks like they're playing a 2-3 zone right now.
And if you want to get one girl in foul trouble, it's Jenny Tees. She's going to be the main difference in this game, I think. She already has 10 points of the 21 for Gannon.
As Mickey Glenn had to retrieve the ball from the entrance ramp.
Looks like it must have rolled away and the rest didn't know it. It's like, I guess the ball's gone. Anyways, Nicole LaCava, a freshman from Hermitage, is into the game. Parsons with it, going against LaCava. Layup, no good, incontestant, but no foul called.
No foul called, and it looked like it could have been as Shatara Parsons had her arm swatted away from her.
Exactly, I'm kind of doing a motion. I'm hitting your hand trying to say this is what's happening basically against her. LaCava with it, top of the key. She's being hounded by Glenn. Turns around and gives it over to Shives. Go on by Jennings. 8 to shoot. 4-point lead for Gannon. Now Neighbors with it. She'll drive in. Her shot. No good. Rebounded by Tees. And she'll be fouled by Sierra Barrett. That's her second.
Sierra Barrett just grabbed the arm of Tees. They're trying to grab the ball. As we're going to see Precious Martin sub in. And if you're California, you just got to get those rebounds. You got to fight for them. You got to get under the basket to get those rebounds.
Shives checks out for Ella Brock, and Martin is in for Barrett, like you just said. 6:52 before halftime, 21-17 in favor of Gannon.
That was California's first foul.
Tees with the inbounds. Her layup is good.
What a move on the baseline there. Get the ball, dribble it to your right-hand side, her best shot, and get it to go through with the easy layup there. California was not ready for that one.
Parsons turns around. She's going to go to the hoop. Now it spins around, and they're going to call believe.
I think it's a 3-second violation again. Yeah. Precious Martin wasn't the only one in the paint.
I did not see a single. I couldn't see any of the rest from where I was standing. Now Birchtold to Neighbors down low, out of bounds. It'll be California ball, and Parsons is pulled down by Tees. No foul called. And like I said, you attack one girl, it's Jenny Tees. Get her in foul trouble. And that's a way to come back in this one because Gannon's doing all of their work inside right now. 12 of the 23 for Gannon has come from Tees.
And Jenny Tees, 13.8 points per game.
Glenn turns around. Her layup is good, and Glenn's got 6.
And finally, California gets a friendly bounce there. Bounced around the rim about 3 or 4 times before falling in.
Both of these teams shooting 38.9%. Now Birchtold right in the baseline, into the corner. That's Ella Brock. She steps in for a shot, does not take a 3. Now wild shot. Oh, they're going to call a foul. I thought that would have easily been a travel.
That's a travel. She hopped up on one foot, then hopped up on the second foot. I'm not so sure about that one.
This is going on Jennings, her second. That should have easily been a travel call. And I'm not so sure that was
I'm not sure she was shooting the ball either.
I think she was shooting the ball because she was going up and going like this. I think they were going to call a shot on that one. Ella Brock at the line this year, 67.9%. Ella Brock, a freshman from Ottawa, Ohio. Her first is good. She was named Freshman of the Week quite a few times in the beginning parts of the season, but has really been overtaken by Michelle Yon of Edinburgh for favorite for PSAC West Rookie of the Year.
It almost looked like Ella Brock did the triple jump.
Second, no good, and rebounded by Jennings. And Gannon has missed 3 free throws so far. Those could come back to haunt you a little bit later in this contest once it becomes a close game again.
Well, California's missed 2 already. They've only had 2 shots.
Down low, Parsons turns around at the hoop. Layup. Good against Tees. No foul call, but she's really getting some contact in there.
Yeah, Jenny Tees and Precious Martin there, or Shatara Parsons, excuse me, just going at each other there, trying to get those defensive points to go through.
And I can expect they're going to let her play a lot because that's her style, is hounding defense. Now down low, stolen away by Mickey Glenn. It's 3-on-2. Glenn over to Parsons at the hoop. Layup. Good, and it's 24-23.
And great work by Mickey Glenn to see Shatara Parsons going in. Great work, Shatara Parsons, going around the defense to get those 2 points to fall through. Well, on that pass there, it looked like it was a little bit slow.
Right, takes the ball away against LaCava. Right, spins around at the hoop. Layup. No good. Offensive board, Glenn. She tries to go up, but she's fouled, and we'll see who this one goes on.
Could go on 3 different players for Gannon.
I believe it's going on LaCava. That is her first. It could have also been Neighbors, which would have been her second. As we reach our second media timeout, first of the second quarter, 4:54 left, and Glenn will go to the line I believe. I'm not actually sure if she's going to go to the line for 2 shots or not. They didn't really
she should.
They didn't give clarification. And that's only the 4th team foul as well, so they still have 1 more to give. We'll see when we come back, but if she does, she has a chance to give California the lead, only down 1.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I thought California was down a little more than 24-23. If this game goes by so quickly, you don't check the scoreboard right away. You might have missed something.
Yeah, and yet the scoreboard is right in front of us, and our vantage point, we're focusing down on the court because the action has been back and forth all night long, Anthony. And our live stats are slightly lagging behind. We'll have to give updates as we are able to get them.
My live stats are just fine, Zach. As we check out some of the field goals here, California 11 for 23.
Mine just updated, so
Gannon 9 for 20. And again, both teams really just shooting back and forth.
California, though, in this quarter, already forced 5 turnovers. They forced 7 against Gannon, and that's how they've gotten this lead down from 6 to 1. And we'll see, like I said, we're not exactly sure if Glenn's going to go to the line or not.
This is unusual in terms of that, at least I've seen points in the paint. California 20 points in the paint. I mean, they're getting those layups and those jump shots to go inside the key area.
Well, that's what they need to do against Gannon, and that's how they want to run their offense as well. Glenn will go to the line for 2 shots, and for California, the 1 shot that they did not hit in the paint was the opening 3-pointer by Paige Wright, and she has not gotten an open look since, and I think Gannon's keying on her. She's, in my opinion, the best 3-point shooter California has.
Well, Mickey Glenn's tried to hit some threes, but has missed a few times as well.
Glenn's first is good, ties the game up. Glenn with 7 now. It's a team high, or excuse me, no, she's right behind Parsons for a team high. She can tie that and give California the lead if she makes the second.
Mickey Glenn shooting 89.9% from the foul line. Really great shooter for California.
And she's already the school's all-time leader in free throws made, so hard to underestimate how great she is. Lauren Tavis is into the game for Gannon. LaCava is out. Neighbors, guarded on by Jennings. Now Jennings going to be called for a foul. This would be her 3rd.
Yeah, Jennings there trying to follow Neighbors there. Suckling's going to check in for her. She was giving her a little bit of the forearm, and the ref saw it all the way. You can't bump to the offensive player like that.
And I think she's maybe doing that because we've seen other players doing that and not get called for anything. So it's kind of one of those, you got to test out the refs a little bit. And Jennings with 3 fouls, we may not see her till the 4th quarter. 4:40 left in the first half now. Ella Brock with it. Over to Neighbors, thought about a 3. She'll step in, take a free throw line jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by Wright. Now Glenn, long pass up. Shatera Parsons at the hoop, layup. No good, just rolls off.
And Shatera Parsons wide open on there. Should have made that layup. Kind of looked like an easy layup, but it was with her momentum going that way. She had a lot of momentum, really big speed.
Now Neighbors had it in the corner, dribbles away from it. And now Glenn misses on the steal attempt. Now Tees has the ball, shot up and good.
And Jenny Tees really doing a great job down in the paint, getting the ball, really strong with the ball as well to get it up and in for Gannon. Now Gannon has the 1-point lead, 3:58 left, 26-25.
Glenn commanding her troops. Now Glenn gonna take it herself, goes to the hoop, layup, just rims out. California not getting any friendly help. Now Ella Brock bringing up for Gannon. Down low pass, Berchtold. And she's looking for an outlet. It's tipped away and stolen by Paige Wright. Up to Glenn. It's a 1-on-3. Glenn will have to slow it down. Now Glenn stops, pops, shot, no good. And now a foul going to be called against Gannon here. And this one's going on Neighbors, her 2nd. And this will send somebody to the line for California, as that was the 5th foul.
I'm not sure who she fouled. That person will be going to the line. It looks like
it's either Parsons or Glenn. And it's going to be Parsons. California sending 3 players back. 3:29 left in the first half. Parsons 0 for 2 at the line today so far. She has 8 points, tied with Glenn for the team lead. Her first, just out. And Parsons visibly upset. And she has to calm down in a game of this magnitude. You got to calm down. Don't let your emotions get into this one.
Now, we've seen that with them in the men's game with Tony Richardson, where he's missed a few foul shots, and then it's took him out of the game, basically, because he's mentally out of it. And hopefully that doesn't affect Parsons today. 2nd,
no good as well. 1-point lead still for Gannon. Parsons 0 for 4 at the line. Cal 2 for 6 so far as the team. Has to improve that stat as they go into the second half. Now Berchtold into the corner. Shots for 3. That one good.
And you can't leave McKenna Shives wide open from the three-point line like that. She'll bury it almost every time.
Now Parsons with it. Looking for an outlet. She's going to drive to the hoop. Layup. Good. Shatara Parsons against Jenny Teese. Parsons got 10.
Man, that was huge for Parsons there. Not only to get her confidence up, but that was a great shot against Jenny Teese. As that shot looked like it was blocked and tipped around as well before it fell in.
Now Birchtold going against the California defense. Into the corner. Shives open for three again. This one is good. Friendly
bounces all around there for Gannon. As that one hit the rim, bounced up and fell right through the net. And again, Shives wide open from the three-point line. No one closing out for California, giving Gannon the 32-27 lead with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the half.
Parsons with it. Takes the jumper at the line. It gets a friendly roll there. She's got 12. 3-point lead for Gannon. 2:10 left. California has to get a stop on defense. And Parsons trying to ignite her team, yelling at him, saying, let's go. Now Birchtold going against Suckling. Now Birchtold turning around and around and around some more. Shots with it, top of the key. Down low for Teese. Her shot, no good. It tipped out, and it'll be California ball.
And good job, Paige, right there. Almost looked like Paige Wright knew that Teese was going to miss the shot and was ready for the rebound right where she needed to be.
We're going to see Lanice Saunders check in for Gannon. Out will be Jenny Teese, who's gone quiet over the last few minutes. Morgan Jennings back in the game for Precious Morton, and Morgan Jennings already 3 fouls. I think in this game, Jess Strom's saying, I don't care. I'm going to throw care to the wind right now. Go out there and do your part and help us win this game. This would be a really good time for a Paige Wright three-pointer. Parsons going against Saunders. Stops, pops, jumper, good.
Tara Parsons making up for those missed foul shots with those jump shots that have been falling in recently.
She has 14. That ties her with Teese for a game high. Birchtold to Shives. Now Shives steps in. Over to Saunders at the basket. Shot blocked away by Parsons. Glenn kicks it out. Birchtold ends up with it. 12 to shoot though for Gannon. 1:07 left. 8 to shoot. Birchtold working in. Can't find a pass. Now Birchtold wildly contested. Ellerbrock wild shot. No good. Rebounded by Glenn. Glenn behind the back move. Over to Jennings. Jennings at the hoop. Layup. Good and one coming.
And great job by Jennings, seeing that she can get to the paint. And that's a bad foul by Gannon.
That was on Ellerbrock.
Because she saw Jennings get to the basket before you. Instead of trying to block the shot, maybe get a foul call, you just let it happen. And now Jennings has a chance for a three-point play.
Jennings, a good job of taking the contact and finishing. The free throw is good. Jennings, a three-point play to give Cal a 2-point lead. 50 seconds left. Timeout taken by Jim Brunelli and Gannon. And California's bench is hyped up right now. And I believe it's all been from Shatara Parsons. She's led this team back. The defense getting a little bit better, forcing some more turnovers. And that play right there by Morgan Jennings. I said, Jess Strong throwing care to the wind. Go and help us win this game. And she's doing her part right there.
Well, you mentioned maybe a nice three-point shot by Paige Wright. You got a three-point play from Morgan Jennings.
It works exactly
the same as you said before. We're going to take a look at some of the scores around the PSAC. Mercier is really extending their lead against Seton Hill, and 36-18.
All I have to say about that one is Seton Hill, over the last couple of games, has fallen off. They averaged 45 points last week per game, and now they're only on pace for 36 in this contest.
Well, IUP and Mercier have the same score. IUP have 36-23 over UPJ as well.
And UPJ, one of those teams, though, that if their offense catches fire, they can come back very quickly. IUP has to play a little bit defense all the way throughout the entire game. They cannot slack off. 2-point lead for California, 50.5 seconds to go. Birchtold waits the last second, picks up the ball, and we're getting the clock rolling again. Birchtold behind the baseline, and it's tipped. Glenn ends up with it. Oh, they're going to say Glenn was out of bounds.
They're going to say Morgan Jennings was out of bounds before she got it to Glenn.
Okay, that works. We're not at a vantage point to really say whether or not she was out of bounds or not. A very close call. Actually, a couple of years ago, there's a play where the player was out of bounds and they didn't call it, and that impacted the result. That was a double overtime game between Gannon and Slippery Rock in the men's PSAC playoffs. 35 seconds, 12 to shoot for Gannon. Now Birchtold going to drive in. Now stolen away by Mickey Glenn. California can hold for final possession. Suckling, I think, realizes that now and kicks it back out. California going to hold and try and put their lead up to 4, maybe as many as 5 or 6. And a timeout taken by California with 20.6 left.
Well, Mickey Glenn on that interception there, it looked like she wasn't expecting it, but her reflexes are so good. She got her hands around it and was able to hold on to it and be able to dribble down the court. What a play by Mickey Glenn.
We're going to see Tease and Brennan check in for Gannon for this upcoming possession. And maybe Mickey Glenn during practice is doing the catch the fly from a hand kind of practices with those such good reflexes.
And another score we failed to mention before, in the East, Shippensburg's playing Lockhaven. Shippensburg losing to Cheney. Huge loss there.
That one loss negates 18 wins on a season. You cannot lose to a team like Cheney and expect to make the NCAAs. They are 10th in the first regional rankings. They have to keep winning, though, and right now in a close contest with Lockhaven, who is a pretty competitive team and could take them down.
Shippensburg up, 3:52 left in the first quarter, 11-8 over the Lockhaven Bald Eagles.
Suckling inbounds it to Glenn. Glenn will wait till about 10 seconds on the clock and make her move. This is where Glenn thrives. Those pressure situations. She has to have ice water in her veins. Jennings, Suckling, takes a 3. It's up and just rims out, and ball tipped out off Page Wright with 5 seconds even to go. And I thought that 3 was going to go for Suckling.
And Page Wright and Morgan Jennings were fighting for the rebound, just tipped out of bounds on Page Wright. And Gannon can do something here. They have fast players.
Birchtold, running layup off the side of the rim, rebounded by California, and California will go into halftime with a 34-32 lead. And Anthony, that quarter was all about turnovers for California, forcing more of them. They forced 7 in that quarter alone to bring their total to 9 forced. And they're also getting some more rebounds, and they're getting more timely and friendly shots to fall.
That they are. They're getting their shots to fall. Gannon getting those friendly rolls, but California doing great on defense and getting those steals. California with 6 steals so far in the first half. Huge number there. We'll see if that transitions over to the second half.
California playing for a first-round bye tonight. They are 20 minutes away from sealing it up. And we'll come back for more action after the halftime ends and goes into the second half here on CUTV and the Vulcan Sports Network.
With CalU's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
And welcome back into the Hammer Mill Center on the campus of Gannon University, where the California Vulcan women lead 34-32 at halftime against the Gannon Lady Knights. And before we get into this, we want to just say, if you're experiencing any audio issues, that we are simulcasting tonight between CUTV and the Vulcan Sports Network on WCAL. And being on the road and being in a different environment than we normally are in the Convocation Center, we've had to work with a lot of different issues. So if at any point Anthony or myself goes out, don't worry, it's nothing with your systems, it's us. We apologize. We hope you're able to enjoy the game still, and you at least have the visuals and you can see what's going on. You don't need our voices in the background. But Anthony, anyways, let's talk about that first half right before we get underway.
Well, again, it is a big first half for the California Vulcans, though. Gannon, 3 of 6, 50% from the three-point line. California only 1 of 7, and that last one by Emily Suckling looked really good, just didn't fall through. California not having the benefit of the rims. They also 15 of 32 from the field. Gannon 12 of 29 from the field. But steals for California, 6 steals with Gannon only having 2, and that first half is huge. for both these teams.
And the one player you have to watch out for Gannon is Jenny Tees. Already a double-double, 14 points and 11 rebounds. That's why really it comes down to her and Mickey Glenn for Player of the Year in the West at this point. Now, being unbiased and slightly biased at the same time, you have to give it to Mickey Glenn. She's the more all-around player, but Jenny Tees does a lot for her team as well. We're into the second half action now. Brennan with it over to Neighbors in the corner. Go down by Barrett, who missed a lot of the first half with foul trouble. Neighbors to Brennan. Now Brennan going to ride the baseline. Turns around. Throws it to Tees. Her way up is good.
And Tees going up against Barrett and Parsons on that one. Able to fight her way through that baseline area to get that shot to fall through.
Cal breaks the full court press. Gannon going back to it to start this half. They had to go away from it at the end of the first half. Now right, a deep three. Just out and rebounded by Shives.
A little bit of a flat shot there as well from Paige Wright. Not enough arc for it to fall through.
California 1 of 8 from beyond the arc now. They have to improve that if they're going to maintain a lead. Now Glenn with the steal. 1-on-none. Going to the hoop. Layup. Good for Mickey Glenn. Gives Cal the lead.
And Mickey Glenn guarded there by number 5, Berchtold.
California, that's how they win the games. Force the turnovers and get those points off of them. Neighbors with it now. To Brennan on the floor wing. Go to by Wright. Now Neighbors top of the key. Go on by Martin. Now Neighbors going to the hoop. Layup. No. Grab but a foul called on Precious Martin.
And Precious Martin getting called for the block there. I'm not sure. I saw a foul there, Zach.
Yeah, I'm not so sure either.
It looked like she didn't touch her at all or even get in the way of that shot.
Yeah, it looks like she was behind her. May have trailed and maybe pulled on her a little bit. Maybe that's what the foul was. But we're not going to get exact clarification of that. That's Martin's second, team first of this quarter.
Neighbors 43%.
The first is good for Neighbors. She has 3 points, and that's 80% from the free throw line, 43% from beyond the arc. Neighbors second to tie the game. It's up, and it is good. Morgan Neighbors 4 points now.
Thank you for that clarification. I misread that.
You're welcome, bud. Now Glenn over to Wright. Now Parsons in the corner. Back out for Glenn. 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Wright with it. Thought about a three. Now down low. Martin, her jumper off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Tees.
Also looked like Tees got a hand on that shot as well.
Berchtold trying to drive in. Now turns around looking for an outlet. She's trapped. Now Brennan. Thought about three. Stops her progress. Now dribble in. Turn around. Parsons with the block. Ball ends up in the hands of Neighbors. Now over to Berchtold. Berchtold to Brennan. Turns around, loses the ball. Offensive foul called on Brennan, her third.
That's a good foul call there on Brennan. She can't believe it, but she knocked Precious Martin right over. Is trying to get that ball.
We'll see.
That's
Martin,
her third.
We'll see Martin check out for Emily Suckling, and one more for Brennan. She'll probably have to sit. But with three right now, she's not in that much danger with only about 18 minutes. Fit. Gannon knows not to leave her alone or she'll burn him. Now Glenn to Wright. Suckling down low for Parsons. Now over to Barrett. Turns around, layup. Good. Sierra Barrett gives Cal the lead.
And great job by Sierra Barrett going up against number 15, Elisa Ellebrock, and getting that hook shot to fall through.
Shives with it. She's got 9 for Gannon, all off 3-point shots. Now Shives going to drive in at the hoop, down low pass Tees, and shot up, no good, but she's fouled on the play. As soon as goes against, it's going on Barrett. That is her third.
I actually think it should have been on Shatara Parsons. And Sierra Barrett got ball. Shatara Parsons came in from behind. It looked like she got a little bit of the arm. But either way, it would have been a foul on California.
And that would have given both of them 2 fouls. But in this instance, Shatara Parsons is playing so well. You don't want to rack up any fouls for her. Tees, 2 for 2 at the line so far. Her first is good.
They're saying Sierra Barrett's got 3 fouls now.
And she does have 3 fouls. I was trying to say that if that foul was given to Parsons, both of them would have had 2.
I see.
In this instance, you don't want one player to have 3 fouls, but Barrett really hasn't had a big game so far. And Parsons is the team's leading scorer at 14 points. You need to keep her in there. Second for Tees is good as well. 18 for Jenny Tees, 4 in this quarter already. Glenn gets it across half court. Now Wright with it. Back to Glenn. California going to set up. Wright's alone in the corner. Now Glenn stops, pops, jumper, no good. Offensive board, Barrett, it's off of her though. She was already out of bounds. Looked like she might have gotten a little shove from Tees, no foul called.
Yeah, Sierra Barrett's trying to ask why there wasn't a pushing foul off of Tees. But refs are really just kind of letting them play here.
No fouls on Tees yet in this contest. 6:59 left in the third quarter.
That's big.
Now Birchtold to Shives, guarded on by Suckling. Shives looking for an outlet. Shives down low, Birchtold has to flip it back out to Shives. 10 to shoot, down low, Tees, layup, no good, too strong, Parsons with the board. Glenn gonna bring up for the Vulcans, long pass up, Suckling. Shot, no good, but she's fouled going up, and that foul will go on Shives. Maybe not a bad foul to take in that situation if you're Gannon, but you also, if she had made that shot, you don't want that one to really count as a foul.
And if I'm a Suckling, yeah, I like the foul against McKenna Shives, but maybe stop her jump, her shot, let Shives fly through and then take the shot.
I don't know if you saw this. Suckling's first free throw is no good, just rims out. You know what, Anthony? It's National Act of Kindness Day. I think the Hammermill Center rims forgot that. But Jenny Tees, before this first free throw, went to the court and slammed her hand out, and the ref turned around at her and looked like mouthed, "Hey, cut that out."
I mean, you can't slam the ball down. Maybe the same thing. You can't slam your hand down. I noticed her on the bench when she was a little upset, kind of slammed her hand down on the chair.
Like we said with Parsons earlier, you can't let your emotions get into this game. Neighbors with it, guarded on by Wright now. 1 point lead for Cal as Suckling hit 1 of 2. Neighbors steps in and loses the ball. Wright comes up with the steal, gets it to Glenn. Glenn hounded on, no foul called.
That was a bad pass by Paige Wright. Glenn had 2 defenders on her. Shouldn't have passed it to her.
Glenn layup, no good. Rebounded by Tees.
And just didn't put enough height on that shot. And that one just fell short, hitting the side of the rim.
1 point lead for Cal, 6 minutes to go in the third. Neighbors with it, and she'll be fouled by Shatera Parsons.
Yeah, Neighbors kept moving. Shatera Parsons brought her hands up and just clipped her a little bit there. A little bit of a, almost looked accidental. Parsons didn't intend to do that.
She looked like she was going for the ball and just caught too much of Neighbors. Now Birchtold inbounds it to Tees. Birchtold with it again, guarded on by Parsons. Now Ellerbrock into the game for Shives. Ellerbrock going to the hoop, layup. Too strong, rebounded by Wright. Paige Wright has had a pretty good day rebounding the ball. She's got 5 now. Glenn, back out to Wright. Thought about a 3. She'll step in. Down low pass. Parsons layup, no good, but she's fouled on the shot by Birchtold.
Yeah, and Birchtold on that one just hit Parsons' arm. That's why it didn't go up and in.
Gannon honestly may live with this foul, though, seeing as Parsons has missed all 4 of her free throws so far. 1 point lead for Cal, 5:38 left in the third.
California, 44.4%. Haven't seen that percent in a long time.
First for Parsons, out. 0 for 5 at the line tonight. Shatera Parsons visibly upset. Again, calm down, Shatera. You make this one, it's a 2-point game. Gannon's fans trying to get in her head. The second, no good as well, rims out. Birchtold bringing it up, guarded by Suckling. California's missed 7 free throws tonight. Now, long pass in the corner, Ellerbrock. Gatewood for 3. It's good.
And Gatewood right there, contested late, but no harm, no foul from Gatewood as she hits that shot pretty cleanly there. As the Gannon faithful chanting defense.
Wright thought about a 3. Now pass it to Barrett. She's going to go to the hoop. Layup for her is good. She's got 8.
And great vision there by Sierra Barrett, seeing the lane open and going right through to get those 2 points to tie this game back up at 41 with 4:47 remaining.
And we still have the whole fourth quarter to go. It seems like this game could already be in the fourth quarter the way it's played out. Long pass out. Neighbor steps in. She's going to go to the hoop. Layup. Good.
And went around 2 California defenders, Emily Suckling and Sierra Barrett.
Suckling going to go to the hoop. Layup. Good. Emily Suckling with 3 now ties it back up.
And good job, Emily Suckling on that fast break, getting down the court and kissing it off the backboard in.
Tees was right there trying to block that shot. She put it up nice and high so she couldn't get it.
Great job not being scared of a big player either.
We're seeing her confidence really soar over the second half. Now Birchtold looking for an outlet. Gives it over to Neighbors in the corner. Neighbors guarded on by Barrett. Now Neighbors trying to drive in. Stopped. Back out Birchtold. Wild pass. In the corner, Ellerbrock trying to drive in. Offensive foul called on Ellerbrock.
Ellerbrock there just trying to make some space, and Mickey Glenn just falling right over as we reached our media timeout with 3:58 remaining in the third quarter.
That was a long series of play in this quarter. 3:58 to go. And Anthony, we're all tied up at 43. And what has led to not only Gannon coming back, but California being able to maintain this close game?
Well, it all comes to, they've been doing better at getting the rebounds as well. California forcing Gannon now with 13 turnovers, and California 12 points off of those 13 turnovers as well. California also having 8 steals, Gannon only having 2.
In California, they already have 4 forced turnovers, in this quarter alone. 3:58 to go. Gannon outscoring California 11-9. Now let's get some score updates from the rest of the PSAC while we have a small break.
Seton Hill came back.
Wow.
47-42 the score now at the end of the third quarter. And UPJ still trying to fight back. 4:35 left in the third quarter. IUP up 44-32. Shippensburg takes the 5-point lead at halftime, 32-25.
And at one point, Lockhaven was leading that one, 16-15, I believe. So Shippensburg a nice 15-9 run to close the half, but Shippensburg's got to be careful.
Millersville leading Bloomsburg 42-30 with 2:43 left remaining in the third quarter.
I'm pretty sure if Millersville wins that game, they clinch at least third place in the East.
And good for my hometown school.
Yeah, beginning of the year, we saw California play Millersville on the road, a very close 5-point win, and we're thinking it was that bad. I'm thinking, I told you, no, that's actually pretty good. Suckling for 3. It's good. Emily Suckling with 6.
Emily Suckling contested there by Elisa Ellerbrock. Nonetheless, makes that shot count, rattles it around in the rim, and falls through.
I'm sure the Gannon fans that were at the first matchup think, oh, no, not again with her. Gatewood with it. Guarded by Parsons. Now Gatewood, right in the baseline. And a travel called on Gatewood. She went up on 1 foot and just kind of pivoted there a little too much.
And can't do that as California now with the 3-point lead. 3:24 remaining. See if they can extend it here a little bit late in the third.
Their largest lead so far tonight, I believe, is 4 points. Glenn, Suckling, in the corner. Glenn, 3 ball. No good. Air ball, misses everything, and Gatewood has it.
That's very unusual. Mickey Glenn missing everything, at least getting a little bit of a rim shot there.
She's 0 for 4 from distance. I think she's just got to work at the rim today. I think that's the way she's going to get her points. Birchtold, guarded on by Barrett. Birchtold going in, now in the corner. Ellerbrock, she's going to drive to the hoop. Layup, no good. Tees with the offensive board. Turn around, shot blocked away by Parsons, and she gets the board. Gannon fans weren't a foul. I think that was completely clean.
And just good defense there by California.
Glenn, right. Down low, Barrett turns around, shot good. 5-point lead, Cal.
And a bench for California on their feet with that shot. They know this game is important. They're getting into it just as much as the fans are.
And leading the charge on that bench is Lana Doran. Good to see her doing that. Neighbors, low pass for Tees, tipped around. Barrett had it. Back out for Gatewood. Gatewood at the basket. Layup too strong. Parsons had it. Now a foul called on Gatewood.
Yeah, she came back.
Surprised. I thought that could have gone on Parsons. I'll be honest.
She came from behind on Shatera Parsons trying to get that rebound, and they're going to call her from that reaching from behind the back.
Brennan and Shives are in for Gatewood. One other player needs to check out for Gannon. They have 6 on the court. Ellerbrock will be out. That is Gatewood's third. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Going to the line, Shatera Parsons, 0 for 6 tonight. There's not a better time than none to break that. At least get 1. That makes it a 3-possession game. Well, really 2, because Gannon can shoot the 3. The first for Parsons, up. No good. Shatera Parsons. Just got to shake it off. Like I've been saying, there's nothing you can do. Rims aren't being friendly, I get that, but you just keep shooting. Second is good. She finally gets one at the line. She's got 15, makes it a 6-point game. Like I said, 1 of 2 is better than none. Now Birchtold to Shives, go around by Suckling. To Brennan in a double team. Now Brennan going to try and drive to the hoop. Down low pass, Barrett tips it out. Neighbors had it, now Barrett tips it again into the corner for Shives. Neighbors with it, 12 to shoot. Neighbors going in, stops. Turns around, layup, good. Nice floater there.
And great jump shot there by Morgan Neighbors. He's trying to find a lane to pass it, no one there, so he decided just to stop, take the jump shot, and it ended up falling through.
49-45, Cal leads, 1:35 to go in the third. Barrett, guard on by Tees, down low, right. Turns around, layup, good. Paige Wright doesn't really work at the basket a lot, but she's got 5 now.
And Paige Wright in the middle of the paint there, guarded by basically 3 defenders for Gannon, able to turn around in between them all and get the shot to fall through. What a shot.
Brennan steps in, she's double teamed, now at the Neighbors. Neighbors guarded on by Suckling now. Neighbors makes Birchtold move, down low pass for Tees, at the basket, Tees goes up, they're going to call a double dribble.
Yep. She lost control and put it back down to try to start the dribble again.
And Tees visibly upset. She's got to be careful, and she's barking at the refs.
I've seen a technical call from a California player just bounce passing it. That looks a little more
She's got to be
intense.
careful. 1:05 to go. The Gannon fans visibly and audibly upset. You may be able to hear it. Now a foul going to be called. They might be getting Tees here.
No, they're going to go Shatara Parsons, I think, on the offense. And Coach Strong.
No. Shives. This is on Shives for Gannon, number 3 out there. I realize there's a 3 out there as well. And Gannon getting upset. They fouled Parsons. What is this going to be, a Hackett Jordan situation going on now like you see in the NBA with the Clippers? The first. No good for Parsons. Her free throw percentage may be taking a hit, but California, even with 1, makes it a 7-point game. Second, good.
There you go, as you said, make 1 of 2, that's all you need. Under a minute now, third quarter, 52-45 in favor of the Vulcans.
Now Brennan trying to drive in, guard on by Parsons. Brennan going to the hoop, spins around, layup, good, and 1 coming.
Yeah, Shatara Parsons there, can't believe it either, but she did get a little bit of the arm there. So, taking that shot now, number 10, Brianna Brennan.
At the line this year, 68.6%. And Glenn's asking, where was the foul on that one? And I think you said this, and I agree with the refs. I think that was a foul there. Just slipped the arm just enough. First for Brennan, no good. Tees fights for the board and tips to the Birchtold. Back out Shives. Gannon can make it as less as 2 right now. Shives drives in. Neighbors with it. Guard on by Suckling. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now Neighbors trying to drive into the basket. Down low pass. Tees layup good.
And no one saw Tees there. The low post, far side. What a bounce pass from Brennan to Tees. California can hold for the last shot though.
3-point game. 13 seconds left in the third. I say Mickey Glenn go to the basket. 8 seconds. Glenn around Ellerbrock. And back behind pass. Right ends up with it. Takes a shot. No good. Barrett with the offensive board. Throws it up. No good. And California will go into the quarter break with a 3-point lead. Anthony, 10 minutes left.
That's going to be a tough 10 minutes.
That's going to be a very tough 10 minutes. California will start with the ball. But, and Coach Brunelli is visibly barking at the ref right now. He's got to be careful not to get a technical foul. And Brunelli walks away. And the other ref is saying, don't call anything, don't call anything. He backed himself away, which I can agree with. He took himself out of the situation.
He was very close to touching him.
Gannon has to be careful.
Close.
California, they're being upset sometimes by what happens. But Gannon, Tees, slamming the floor. Visibly barking at the ref. Brunelli, the coach for Gannon, he's barking at the refs. He can't do that. None of your players can do that with a 3-point deficit and 10 minutes left.
And, Zach, I feel like now would be a great time to talk about this game importance in the Atlantic Regional Tournament.
Yeah, and right now the regional rankings read as this. Virginia Union 1, Westchester 2, West Liberty 3, Cal 4, Wheeling Jesuit 5, Shaw 6, Shawan 7, and IUP 8. Gannon and Shippensburg on the outside looking in at 9 and 10 respectively. Gannon loses this game, their chances of making it really take a hit.
Talk about that Westchester team being at second place right now. California 18-5, Westchester 18-5.
The only reason I think they are there is because they don't have as bad of losses as California does. But California beat them. I think that you'll see that correct itself as the season goes on. Maybe if they meet again in the PSAC tournament and Cal beats them, then we'll see. But Virginia Union right now would be the host of the Atlantic region.
Gotta love the state of Virginia. Went there for Virginia State with Matt Hagee for football, and it was a wonderful place.
And we are underway in the third quarter. Glenn with it. Down low, Barrett turns around, layup. Good. Sierra Barrett with 12 now.
Sierra Barrett really fighting for everything down in the paint, forcing that shot up and in.
Sierra Barrett, 12 points, 3 rebounds. Brennan to the hoop. Shot is good.
And Brennan even contested by Suckling and Barrett standing right there, able to get it over their heads and kiss it off the backboard and in.
Glenn with it to Wright. Wright going to take a contested 3. It's good. Oh my gosh, I would not have taken that shot if I was myself.
Not at all. I didn't even think. I thought Paige Wright was going to fake it, and she shot it. Looked like it was going to go far left, and it went in. What a shot by Paige Wright.
Well, we heard in the IEP broadcast, she has the green light all the time. Shot blocked by Parsons. Barrett with the board and a foul called on Morgan Neighbors.
And Morgan Neighbors giving her displeasure to the referee as well.
And she has gotten a couple technicals this year. I looked it up. But that 3 from Paige, I can't get over that one.
I can't. I still can't.
She had like a player right in her face, and she's like, okay, I'll just do this. Swish.
I mean, I've seen that happen before where some people just can't miss with, your hands in your face. But wow, what a shot.
Wright's got 8 now. She has it again. Down low, Barrett turns around, throws it to Parsons. Right to Glenn. 8:40 left in the game. Glenn going in. Stops, pops, layup. No good, but she's fouled on a shot by Neighbors, I believe, or Brennan, one of those two.
It's going to be against Morgan
That's
Neighbors.
her
That's her fourth, as you said. Mickey Glenn going in line shooting 2.
Eller Brock will check in for Neighbors, and that's one player. If you're Gannon, you cannot lose her. She's their leading scorer. She's their senior leader, basically, in this team. Glenn, ready for her first. Up and good. Mickey Glenn with 11 now, her first in this half.
And checking in for Morgan Neighbors is Elisa Ellerbrock.
Neighbors goes to the bench upset. Seems to be calmed enough, though. Glenn getting ready for a second. The southpaw puts it up, and it's good.
Now 59-51 with 8:38 remaining in the fourth quarter. California with the lead.
This is their largest lead of the game. Now Brennan, guarded by Suckling. Brennan trying to drive in. Goes to the baseline. Into the corner. Birchtold. Now into the corner. Shives. 3 ball. No good. Glenn had it. Now tipped around. Brennan ends up with it. Her way up. No good. Tease has it. Now her shot is good.
And California just fighting for that ball, tipping it around, and Gannon just falling right into their hands. And if it gets in the hands of Tease, might as well be a good shot.
Tease has 22, a game high. Wright gonna try and drive in. Loses the ball. Now it's hit by Tease, and that'll be her first foul. And Tease just came in charging, and Wright in a little bit of discomfort, but she looks to be fine.
Yeah, Tease is using her weight, body weight there, and smacking Paige Wright down.
And Jenny Tease came in like a bull in a china shop doing that. Glenn to Barrett. Right in the baseline, layup, good. Sierra Barrett with 14.
And great job, Sierra Barrett, using that right hand. Instead of going with a reverse layup, kisses it right up the front of the backboard on the forward shot.
Ellerbrock, corner, Shives for 3. Good.
Ellerbrock, no Shives is wide open from the three-point line. California didn't see her there, and Shives is so good from the three-point line. You gotta cover her. Gotta close out.
5-point lead, 7:30 left. Parsons. Jumper is good. Banks it in.
Wow, bank shot there. Thought she was going to go with nothing but net, but instead strong arms it into the backboard and falls right in. No harm, no foul for California on that bank shot.
18 for Parsons now, a team high. Now Ellerbrock with it, guarded on by Glenn. Ellerbrock turns around. Now Birchtold going to the hoop, layup, good. Birchtold has 5.
Birchtold using her speed and agility to get around Paige Wright. using that strong footing as well, getting that shot to fall through. This game is getting close yet again.
6:40 left. California, they just got to keep making their shots. Barrett with it, guarded on by Brennan. Barrett going to go to the hoop. Layup, too strong. Parsons with the board, and she'll be fouled going up by Tees. And Parsons will go to the line for two. That's Tees' second.
And Tees still can't believe that foul was called.
And Parsons at the line today is 2 of 10. She has 8 of California's 9 free throw misses. Would love to see her hit one here. 6:31 left. The first for Parsons. No good. Just runs out.
In and out.
Act of kindness day, Hammer Mill Center. Come on.
It hit the inside of the rim and bounced out. Shatera Parsons, you can't do anything other than.
Well, remember earlier this year we saw her hit 2 and they both spun out. Back to back. Second is no good. Rebounded by Tees, but she loses it out of bounds.
And Tees had it in her hands, just fell off her knees and out of bounds.
And the ref for going over to California's bench like, hey, step back just a slight bit, please. Hey, they're excited. I don't know how you can contain that. Inbounds goes to Barrett. She'll turn around, and she's fouled.
No shot. But that is Gannon's 5th foul. She will go into the line shooting 2.
And this is going on Tavis, her first, who was just in the game for Brennan. 5 fouls already on Gannon, 6:27 to go. California, that's a big advantage.
Huge
they have
advantage.
not gotten a foul yet in this quarter. They're at the line this year, 57%.
Really doing a good job of staying out of foul trouble, letting Gannon take all those fouls.
First for Barrett is good. She's got 15 now, right behind Parsons, who has 18.
As I said before, these free throws will win games. If California makes these free throws that Gannon's basically giving them with the bonus now, they have the game basically in hand.
Second, off the side of the rim, rebounded by Tees, tracks it down from the far side. 6-point game, 6:23 to go. Tees with the top of the key, guarded by Parsons, loses the ball. Now Tees goes around Parsons, tosses it over to Taves. Taves out to Shives. Shives fouled about a 3. Now she's contested by Glenn. Ball lost, goes to Birchfield. Birchfield will be fouled by Suckling.
Yeah, Suckling there did get her blocked there a little bit. And I agree with that call, as the Gannon fans do as well.
It'll be a side out of bounds play. First foul on Cal this quarter, first on Suckling as well. Anthony, I don't know if I've been this tense in a game since the Final Four last year against Emporia.
See, I'm not tense. I'm just watching a great game of basketball here between these two tough squads.
Shies for 3 on the run, no good. Rebounded by Taves, her layup, no good. Barrett tips it out, Wright has it. That's her 6th board tonight. Glenn will bring it up for the Vulcans with a 6-point lead, 5:50 to go.
Interesting by Mickey Glenn not to go to Shatera Parsons, who is wide open down the side of the court.
You got to kill clock, and Strom I saw her, she's going to Glenn. Kill time. Offensive foul after Glenn was bumped. Oh my goodness. Glenn was bumped on that play, and they call her for the foul.
Disagree with that call wholeheartedly because Mickey Glenn got bumped, lost control of the ball, went to get it back, and ended up knocking over a player. That's not her fault that happened.
No, that's not her fault that somebody else came over and bumped her out of the way. 5:40 left. Gatewood in for Tavis.
You can't be trying to make up calls now.
No, this is not a time for the refs to factor into the final result of this one. 5:33 to go. Eller Brock with it. Down low for Tees, out of bounds. California ball.
Just a turnover there on the Gannon Golden Knights. That's
going to be number
16th.
17. I believe that's going to be number 17. We'll see in a moment. That's still a lot. And California forces about 19 on contest.
California only has 6 turnovers so far this contest. That's huge.
Now down low pass Barrett.
Bad pass.
That was a bad pass. I agree with you there. That was a pass that should not have been taken.
Into traffic. Shouldn't be doing that.
5:05 left. 6-point game. Birchtold. Back out. Eller Brock. 4-3. Good.
Eller Brock gives Gannon a bit of life here. It's 3-point lead for California with 4:50.
California does not need to respond with a 3 of their own. They just need a bucket. Glenn to Suckling. Now to Barrett. Guarded by Gatewood. Down low. Parsons turns around. At the hoop. Layup. No good. Parsons offensive board. Throws it back up. And goal. Shatera Parsons falling down.
Shatera Parsons off balance on that shot. What a shot to get that to fall in. And that was luck there to get that one to fall through.
Parsons has 20 now. Berchtold trying to find a cutter, not able to. Now, over to Tees, and a foul called on Shatera Parsons. Looks like she might have clipped her just by going by her. That is Parsons' fourth. We've reached our final media timeout, 4:20 to go. Anthony, 5-point lead, 4:20 to go.
You'd expect no less from this game.
Absolutely
no less.
not. Now let's look at some of the other scores in the PSAC. Get our mind off this one for a little bit.
Mercyhurst, game in hand basically now, 63-49, 1:45 left in the fourth quarter.
Seton Hill scored 7 points in the fourth quarter after coming back to take the lead.
IUP leading UPJ, 4:53 left in the contest, 70-46. Shippensburg gets close, 32-31 in favor of Ship at 7:31 left in the third quarter.
So California 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from a victory, but it's not over yet. This is far from over, Anthony. Only a 5-point lead. California, Shatera Parsons has come up big in this quarter and a little bit of the last with a few free throw makes as well as a couple big baskets and rebounds. In this contest, Parsons with 20 points and 7 rebounds.
And Clarion playing Slippery Rock, starting the third quarter. Slippery Rock up 31-28
and
over Clarion.
Slippery Rock needs that win. If they lose, they are done for contention in the PSAC playoffs. We're going to get an inbounds from Gannon here. Jennings checks in for Parsons. Jennings with 3 fouls, 3 points as well. All in that 1 3-point play at the beginning of the second half. Shives for 3. No good. Barrett with the board. I thought that one was falling in.
Just a little too strong there by McKenna Shives.
5-point lead for Cal. 4:07 to go. Glenn to Barrett. Suckling's open in the corner. She has it. Going to take a corner 3. It's good! Emily Suckling!
She does it again for the Vulcans when it's needed. She hits the huge 3-point shot again against this
love playing this team.
She doesn't even know him yet. I mean,
exactly.
Really.
You're a freshman and you've done this against one of California's most hated rivals. Good job for you. Shives for 3 to try and get it back. No good. Rebound tipped out. Ella Brock has it. Was almost fouled by Tees, her own teammate. 3:30 left. 8-point Cal lead. Ella Brock to Berchtold, going against Wright. Now out, Shives, steps in, free throw line jumper, good.
And that rims in for McKenna Shives from the free throw line. Shatera Parsons is wondering why doesn't that happen for me from the free throw line?
Exactly, but 6-point lead for Cal, 3:10 to go. Neighbors will check back in for Gannon at the next stop. Glenn, back out, right, corner 3, no good. And out of bounds off of Gannon. It'll be California ball.
I'm thinking that should have been a foul called because it was over the back on Morgan Jennings, and that's why it went out of bounds. You could have called it out of bounds. You could have called it an over the back foul as well. I would have liked to see it in a foul.
Maybe Tees or Gatewood, somebody there was committing an over the back foul. Nothing called. But California has a fresh shot clock, 2:59 to go. Jennings gets the inbounds. Down low, Barrett at the hoop, layup, no good, but she's fouled going up. And this one will be... Wait, what? Oh, they're calling a jump ball? That was a foul there. I don't know how you miss a foul there.
It was blocked. The shot was blocked, but it was already out of her hand. And she got the ball back. I'm not sure exactly how you call a jump ball when both don't have possession of it. A weird call there. Phantom call there. There's a foul called.
Foul down low. This one's going on Jennings. Her 4th. You know who we haven't seen in a while? Precious Martin. Just not getting the minutes today. We may have to see her coming up shortly, though, as Jennings has 4 fouls and so does Parsons. Inbounds goes to Neighbors. Working on by Wright. Now Neighbors, layup, good. 4-point game, 2:35 left.
Yeah, Neighbors just going right off the side of Paige, right, kissing it off the backboard to get that to fall in.
Cal can run this down to about 2:05. Timeout called by Jess Strom with 2:25 to go. Anthony, if you're California, what do you draw up here? Glenn, it seems every time she tries to charge in, they double team her but kick it back out And there's some open shots there, just California not getting the friendly rolls sometimes.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, Gannon playing that mixed type zone where they're kind of switching off players here and there. You got to look inside, as California's been doing, and Sierra Bear's been getting those shots to fall through. But you also got to think Emily Suckling and Paige Wright have been pretty decent from the three-point line. They've hit them when they need it.
If I look at somebody, I look at Suckling. She's been more consistent, and she kind of has it in her to beat Gannon.
She does. She's had it before. You know the stat from when she played Gannon at the convocations. And how many three-point shots consecutively?
She hit 3 in a row, but 4 out of 5. And the one that she missed was not a bad shot. It just happened to get a bad bounce out. So she should have had 5 straight three-point shots fall in. And 2:25 to go, though. And this one's going to come down to free throws. And you got to look at one player, Mickey Glenn.
You want Mickey Glenn to take the free throw shots. Nothing against Shatara Parsons. She has not had her day today with the rims here at the Hammermill Center.
And I can honestly see when it gets down to that time, I think Parsons would probably stay out of the game. I think Strom would go with that.
I think Parsons stays out and have instead Morgan Jennings or Precious Martin in.
Yeah, Precious Martin at the line this year about 80.8%. She's not half bad. Jennings has gotten better over the years, still only about 66.7. Suckling 42.9. She has hit 1 today. But Glenn and Wright are your best free throw shooters out on the court right now. California with 20 seconds to shoot. 2:25 to go in the game. Glenn waiting. Now Wright with it. Right, back to Glenn. Glenn going to charge the hoop. Layup. Good, Mickey Glenn.
And Mickey Glenn getting that shot to fall through. Going around the rim to go through. She was contested pretty heavily there on that shot.
2 minutes left. Ella Brock tipped ball. Gatewood ends up with it at the hoop. Layup. Good.
And Gannon, they're just making the shots fall through when it matters.
And that was kind of a lucky play because that ball was tipped right to her. 1:35 left, 4-point game.
71-67.
And now a foul called here. Going on Tees, her third. It will send Barrett to the line. Barrett, 1 of 2 at the line today. Cal has missed 12 free throws so far.
Probably has been the worst free throws.
You make 3 of those, and this is a 7-point game.
Worst free throw shooting that this California team has had since probably the beginning of the season.
Barrett makes the first. She's got 16 now to go with 4 rebounds. Barrett getting ready for her second. 1:38 left, 5-point game. And friendly roll falls in.
And friendly rolls are falling for Sierra Barrett as Shatara Parsons checks in for Emily Suckling.
And this is for the rebounding right here because Shatara Parsons easily 6'1", 6'2". And those long arms going against Jenny Tees, yeah, that's where you need her. Shives with it now. 1:30 left. 6-point lead. Tees with it. Guarded around by Parsons. Tees going around Parsons. Now in the corner. Ella Brock. Her shot off the front of the rim. No good. Tipped around. Jennings tips it. Ends up in the hands of Tees. Loses the ball. Falls down. Shives a contested 3. No good. Rebounded by Parsons. It's out of bounds off of Gatewood.
And off of Gatewood, but again, another over-the-back foul could have been called because Sierra Barrett was going for it and couldn't get the ball because Gatewood was pulling her arm back.
And we're going to see Suckling in for Parsons here. That offensive-defensive substitution's coming into play now. Wright gets the inbounds. And she is fouled by Shives. Shives grabs her and doesn't let her go, and Wright kind of turns around almost to an elbow. That'll be Shives' third foul, and Wright going to go to the line for the first time for 2 shots, 1:09 to go.
And Wright getting a talking to by the female official as well, saying you can't do that. Maybe you're frustrated about it, but
just watch out. You
just
don't
let
want
it go.
Boot, because that's a flagrant, a technical, whatever you want to call it, and then possession for Gannon as well. Wright at the line this year, 80%. Her first is good. She's got 9.
Gannon right now trying to do anything they can as you see Shatara Parsons, again, defensive presence coming in for Suckling. It's going to be that back and forth action.
Wright second. Makes it an 8-point game. She's got 10. Paige Wright come up big today. 10 points to go along with 5 rebounds as well. 1:02 left. Ella Brock run the baseline. Oh, a blocking foul called on Jennings, and she's just fouled out. 1 minute even left, Anthony.
Morgan Jennings fouling out here. Not good for California with a minute left.
Hey, Morgan Jennings, though, you got to give her a round of applause. She put in good minutes. And as soon as I said Stromaster and Kelly to win, just go out there and try and help us win, what does she do? 3-point play. She did her part today.
And we're going to see Suckling come back in.
Martin checking in as well. Looks like Parsons will check out. And Precious Martin, like I said, about an 80% free throw shooter as well. Not played a lot, only 2 points, but
Precious Martin also taller than Morgan Jennings as well.
Exactly. Maybe a little bit better of a rebounding presence. Ella Brock at the line this year, 67.9%. 1 of 2 today. The first. No good. And this is not a time for Gannon to be missing their free throws, down 8 with a minute left.
What I say, free throws win you games for either team. Goes either way.
Gannon has missed 5 free throws now. That can make it a 2-point game. 3-point game. Second is good. Ella Brock now with 5. Timeout called by Gannon.
30-second timeout for Gannon. Trying to figure something out to do on defense. Maybe play a little different press and try to get them to California to turn over the ball.
As California is 1 minute away from a first-round bye, Anthony.
That means a lot for the Vulcans. Getting home.
I'll tell you what, though, Jess Strom and her team, they don't care about that. They just want to go in here and get another win, help their NCAA resume. And honestly, it always helps if you beat Gannon. And this would be the first time they have swept Gannon. I don't even know how long. You may have to look in there and see if game notes we see that. But I don't know if California's ever swept Gannon in a season.
Yeah, it's crazy how California has not swept Gannon in my record. I've been here.
They haven't since I've been here. They've only beaten them once every season. Glenn gets the inbound. She'll get it across court before being fouled. And now a foul is called against Tees on Sierra Barrett. Actually, that's a wise foul. As Glenn was going to the basket, Tees fouled Barrett.
And Barrett now has a chance to really extend that lead more for California.
Jenny Tees, 22 points, 17 rebounds today. But now 4 fouls. Barrett at the line, hit 2 last time. Her first is good. Sierra Barrett now with 18. Parsons in for Martin. 8-point game, 58 seconds left. Barrett second. Up. And good. Sierra Barrett with 19 now.
Sierra Barrett giving California that 9-point lead.
Neighbors with it. Gonna ride the baseline. Go in. Now Tees with it. Loses the ball, but she's fouled going up by Paige Wright, it looks like. It will be on her first. And Tees gonna go to the line. 50.2 seconds left.
And Tees a good free throw shooter for Gannon.
And she's about 77% this year. Has not missed yet in this contest. 4 for 4 at the line. The first from Tees. Up. And good. She's got 23 now, a game high. Martin checks back in for Parsons, the Central Dolphins swap.
Interesting fact, the last time Gannon defeated a nationally ranked opponent was against California last year, February 21st of 2015 in overtime.
Second for Tees is good. Makes it a 6-point game. Or excuse me, a 7-point game. 50.2 seconds left. Tees now with 24. We'll see if this foul goes on. On Ella Brock, that is her third. Going to the line is going to be Precious Martin.
And Precious Martin of the season, 80.8% from the free throw line.
1 free throw helps in this situation, though. You would like both, but you don't need both. The first, no good, rims out. 50 seconds left, a 7-point lead. Still time for Gannon. Martin getting ready for her second. Up. And no good, rebounded by Ella Brock. And now a timeout going to be called here by Gannon. That will advance the ball past half court as well.
And Gannon's really trying to fight back to take the lead down a little bit for California.
7-point game, 49 seconds left. Anthony, let's check and see those scores in the PSAC. Some of them are probably going final.
Slippery Rock over Clarion in the third quarter, 3:57 left, 41-37. Slippery Rock. Mercyhurst coming with a big victory, 75-60 over Seton Hill. And IUP coming away with a big victory over UPJ, 79-52.
That avenges a big loss from earlier this year. Ooh, that one's going to be close to the end, I think.
Lock Haven up 44-41 with 29 seconds left in the third quarter over Shippensburg.
If Shippensburg loses that game, I have to say their chances of making the NCAAs are done. You cannot afford another loss. They may have to win the PSAC to get in now. Tees to Ella Brock. Now Neighbors. Thought about a contested three. Now down low. Tees at the basket. Shot. Good. She's got 26. And now a foul is called. Looks like Glenn was pushed down. This foul's going on Neighbors, and Neighbors has just fouled out.
One of your better players fouling out for Gannon. Not sure you want her to foul.
And she's a good free throw shooter, and she can shoot the three. You don't want her going out. Looks like Glenn's going to go to the line for Cal. Morgan Neighbors, only one home game left for her as a Lady Knight. Gatewood checks in for her. Glenn at the line tonight, 4 for 4. 89.9% going into this game, slightly above 90% you have to think now. 41.4 seconds left in the first. Is good for Glenn. She's got 15.
And Glenn rarely misses those free throw attempts. She gets California into the 50% range, 53.3% from the line now.
Second from the southpaw, up and good. Mickey Glenn, nothing but net. She's got 16. Ella Brock going to bring it up for the Lady Knights. Ella Brock, go on by Glenn. She'll ride the baseline. Shot up. Too strong. Parsons with the board. Throws it away to Jenny Teasdale. Now Shives for three. Gets the friendly roll. And it's a 4-point game. 26 seconds left. Glenn does not foul.
There is a foul, though, down low.
That's on Brennan. That's her fourth. I believe Barrett's going to the line.
Yes, she is. Coach Strom wasn't happy that there was a foul call. She thought that shouldn't have been a foul call.
I don't think there should be a foul because Glenn was already across half court, and Strom is upset. We don't see her like this very often.
She doesn't like the rule that you can get fouled away from the ball.
I don't mind that rule. I don't like that it's already across half court. The first for Barrett is good. She's got 20. Five-point game, 24.2 seconds left. Second for Barrett. No good. Rebounded by Brennan. This wastes time, actually, though, for California, so that actually might help. Now Ella Brock going in. Shaw's in the corner, contested three. It's up. No good. And tipped away. Parsons will come down with it. Throws it away to right. Now ball fought for. Jump ball possession, California. And what a save by Parsons, getting it to right, and right fighting for that ball, not letting it go. Parsons checks out for Martin. 9 seconds to go. 5-point lead for Cal.
Gannon Faithful wanted a technical foul called on Paige Wright, trying to fight for the ball. There's a timeout called by California. Should advance the ball.
This will advance the ball, as Gannon may be playing for a steal here in this situation.
Either way, 9 seconds left. You don't got much time to do anything.
No.
You get 5 points back.
And if California makes one, that really puts a damper on Gannon's chances. 16 turnovers tonight for Gannon, 9 for California, only 4 in this half for California. As California's defense has come up in timely situations, I think that's what's helped them to this lead with 9 seconds to go.
They're saying the ball stays down there.
No, you know what? Strom may not have elected to have it taken, because you can do that. You can elect for one of your timeouts to be taken up or leave it back and have another one for later. You can only do that with one timeout, so that makes sense. Glenn gets the inbounds, and she's fouled by Ella Brock. That is her fourth. And Glenn will go to the line, a perfect 6 of 6 so far.
Ella Brock is confused. She's like, I barely touched her, and you're going to call a foul.
At this point, the refs are going to call a foul even if you get close, because they know your intent.
Right.
8.6 seconds left. That took half a second off. Glenn, the junior from Bridgeport, West Virginia. It's up. And good. Mickey Glenn now with 17. Parsons in for Martin.
You make both them, it's basically impossible for Gannon to get back 7 points.
You got to take about 5 seconds to get up court anyways. Glenn's second. Good as well. 18 for her. And Gannon takes a timeout. Down 7 with 8.6 left.
Gannon taking a timeout now. Big time here for the Vulcans. I'm not sure. The ball shouldn't advance because Gannon already asked for that.
Yeah, I don't think it did. I don't think they pointed out that the ball will advance, so I'm pretty sure it stays down there. That's my clarification of the rule.
Shippensburg has taken the lead back 48-44 over Lockhaven.
That's a decent 7-0 run for them, but I mean, they've let Lockhaven back in that game so many times. That's one you have to keep an eye on going into the fourth quarter. I think one player that we haven't talked about enough in this game, though, Anthony, Emily Suckling. I mean, we talked about her a lot, but how big was that three-pointer she hit in the corner? And Paige Wright, that three-pointer she hit that she had really no business taking.
Seriously, that really helped California take the lead, but the last time Gannon allowed an opponent to score 80 or more points was when Grand Valley State won 80-76, November 28th, 2015.
That was earlier this season. That was after Grand Valley State took down the number 1 team in the country, Lewis University.
California having 82, so California will now be that stat mark for the Gannon Golden Knights.
Shives, top of the key three. Good. Makes it a 4-point game, 3.6 seconds left. Barrett has it, and she's fouled with 1 second to go. This one's all but over.
Yeah, you can't make up 4 points in a matter of 1 second, not even if you heave up a 3. So
at this point,
mathematically, it's out.
At this point for California, I'd say everybody back. Barrett, you don't even have to make one. If they throw it up and it happens to fall in, whatever, it's a 1-point game.
Make
That's
one and really
victory.
making sure it's out.
Yeah. Barrett at the line for 2. She's got 20 tonight. Her first is up. And it's good. Sierra Barrett overtakes Shatera Parsons with the team lead in points at 21. And this game's all but over.
Make the second one. You really hammer those nails into the coffin now.
You got them set. You got the hammer ready in your hand. Up, no good. That's all she wrote. The California Vulcan women have clinched a first-round bye in the PSAC playoffs. They've swept the Gannon Lady Knights for the first time since I've been here. And California, they can rest easy knowing they are 2 wins away from a first-place finish in the West. And if they win enough, the Final Four hosting rights.
That'd be huge for the California Vulcans. That huge to get them to host the game. And what a win by the California Vulcans here at Gannon. Hasn't happened in a very long time.
California hits over 50% of their shots, 30.8% from deep. Gannon hits 46% of their shots, 47% from deep, but California just timely defense. I think that's what makes this team. They know when to get a big stop when they need it.
Timely defense, and I mean 8 steals, but that's been the stat since the start of the second half, and 16 points off of turnovers, off of Gannon's 16 turnovers is huge. This defense for California was spectacular. They got out-rebounded 40-30 today, and still came away with the victory. That says a lot about defense.
A great victory for the California Vulcan women. Their next contest will be back here in Erie on Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock tip-off against the Mercyhurst Lakers, who took California to the limit the last time they played at the Convocation Center. The Vulcan women look to possibly seal up a first-place seed in the West. We'll have to check the scenarios, check psacsports.org for those. They have at least clinched a first-round bye. They will be off next Saturday and have a home game on Tuesday, March the 1st. For Anthony D'Agostino, I'm Zach Prosper. Thanks for listening to California Vulcan Women's Basketball here on CUTV as well as WCAL. The Vulcan women win 83-78 on the Vulcan Sports Network.